Good morning. It is Saturday, the 6th of February. It is our sixth day of the International Great Black Read Aloud Day. Of course, if you've been following along, we've been reading every day and we'll read every day this month. My name is LD Robinson, and today is jazz and music and probably dance as well. We didn't list it that way. We just had jazz, but what we meant was music and stuff. So we are going to read today, and we want to invite you to follow us on social media. You can follow us at Black Read Aloud at Black Read Aloud on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We are, excuse me, we're on all three platforms, and we want to invite you as well to join in and read with us. Read aloud, post your video, tag us at TigBrad, that's TIGBRAD, that's where that long name we have for our literacy campaign. And post your videos and tell the world about something good, voice to something written by Black people. That's what we're doing all month long. It's Black History Month here in the USA. And we are kicking off a literacy campaign. We are giving voice to works written by Black people. And so today is jazz and music, dance, and we are going to read a fave of mine, Miss Nikki Giovanni, or Nikki Giovanni in Italian. And so we have a couple of selections from her Blues for All Ages collection of poems. It is a dear set of books. It's very interesting. A dear set of poems, I should. And so the first one we're reading is two-word poem. This poem is 2 words long. To hear you count. Slavery is bad for the neighborhood, so the Civil War was fought not to maintain slavery, but to maintain states' rights. And you think the only right the state after is the right to have slaves, well, then you just won the Publishers Clearinghouse Award. There will never be an end to movies about how bad Hitler is. There is one every year. Sometimes a comedy, most times a tragedy. Occasionally a romantic musical, but always very clear who is definitely right and who is definitely wrong. And there are no tears shed when the wrong is defeated. There will never be a Gone with the Wind type epic that shows some white northern family in pain over the loss of land and income because of the unfair competition slavery offered. And there has never been an Amistad or not, a movie showing the dignity and integrity of Africans. And aside from Roots, never slavery with the end to winning. And even our cowboys lose. The only glory is death. And our criminals who started the numbers game, who set up systems for the cocaine that Cole Porter went up to Harlem to write about. The men and women who created the sound of the emancipated America, jazz, are made to be buffoons. We have a right to our competence in person. But this is a 2 word poem. And you can easily tell that because only a couple of thousand men at the Million Man March and only a few hundred women at the Million Woman Gathering. But there were a million cops out of the Black Union in Harlem. And the million helicopters that the mayor sent finally started a reaction to the brutality, which is why there was a gathering of youth in the first place. But hey, there were only a few hundred people out originally, so the million cops probably shot and beat each other. And 12 million Indians can only kill one cavalryman, while one Lone Ranger wipes out a battalion. And to hear you count, that makes sense, but I don't like the way you count. This poem is 2 words long because Black people don't get paid for anything we do. We slaved in the wilderness to clear it for farms and factories. We worked from the rice fields of South Carolina to the cotton fields of Mississippi. We fought each and every war this country has engaged in. We put our money in banks for the Great Depression to slurp up. We syncopated the work songs. We created the spirituals. We rocked the blues. We scattered the jazz. We danced the circle dance, the cakewalk, the Lindy. We shimmy, shimmy, shimmy the Charleston. And we watched the white folks record our music, take our dance to the great white way, and then turn around and ask us why we couldn't come up to their standards. We put our pennies together to create a new bank, and the states come along to outlaw our stock market while creating something called a state lottery. Pick three, pick four, five, day and night. But when it was black, it was wrong. And now that it's white, it's educational. And oh, neighbors, don't you to puke. But this poem is only 2 words long because Mark McGuire has a legal steroid and not a single death threat. But Hank Aaron got a plaque. And did I miss it? Or was he on the Wheaties box? And what did his ball sell for? And Sammy Sosa's ball is an unknown is in an unknown void, since no one thought he could do it, though do it he did. But the IRS doesn't have an opinion on Sosa's ball, since it's not worth McGuire's. If Sosa was on steroids and not McGuire, they would ban him and take the record from him and write editorials about how unsportsmanlike Sosa is enhancement drugs. But that's the way they look at everything, and it don't count for nothing. This is a 2-word poem because everything we do is not enough housing, not enough health, not enough jobs, not enough money, not enough SAT score, too much salt, and not a margarita. And everybody said the president lied. But if I slept with a strumpet like Monica Lewinsky, I would lie too. So I don't feel sorry for Bill. And I don't feel sorry for Lewinsky, because anyone who would keep a dress with cum on it has another kind of problem, though I do wonder which end of the cigar was lit. I do, however, feel sorry for America. The new McCarthy has a $40 million budget to look up the dress and down the zipper of anyone who chooses. And this is a 2-word poem that says no matter what is in the report, the person who really sucks is Mr. Starr, and you can count on that. And that is a bit of a period piece because that refers to prosecutor in a very delicate situation that we had here in the U.S. A number of years ago during the presidency of former President Bill Clinton. Our next reading from Nikki Giovanni, and we are reading Blues for All the Changes. And our next one is Sometimes, Somewhere, Sometimes for the New York City Ballet. Somewhere in that place, space, the universe is clashing, bashing, banging, ganging up on meteors, falling up, falling down, making eagles in the void, dancing eagles, tiptoe jumping, high jumping till the new world can be found so they can dance within that space we call space. Somewhere. Sometimes in gravity's world, eagles fly on Fridays, scoping out a place to perch, stopping at jazz clubs, stopping at fish fries, on zoo branches, hiding from hunters, taking their children to see the ballet in gravity's world. Sometimes. Me, I arabesque stretch to reach the chow-chow for the pig feet. Me, I dégage, second pile, relevé the Ajax to clean. Me, I grand plie while still in place and watch me move through time and space. I know I can dance. I know I can dance. I know I can dance, but no one sees me. Someone in a city apartment or on a farm or in a small town where folk go to church, where on hayrides, where folks lean on fences and gossip with neighbors while some dream of pizza and all-night skates, and some are wishing for hot prom dates. Boys or girls are bending and stretching and standing on toes that reach up to Saturn and grabbing a ring they hope to hold on to, lift them on stage where we will all applaud. And they dance and they dance and they twitter and they twirl and they dance for the City Ballet. Today we have, we have read from Nikki Giovanni, Blues for All the Changes. It is a wonderful collection of poetry. And essay like poems as well. So poetry. She's a poet. And so it's been day 6 of the International Great Black Read Aloud Day. My name is LD Robinson, and we want to encourage you again to get out and read. And you keep saying that. Well, we want you to read. We want you to put voice to things that resonate with you. Find an article, find a book, grab something from your shelf. If you're like me, my house over with books. And so when we decided to go from one day to all these days after I talked with my good friend Donna Gray Banks, I realized that I have something probably for every single day. Literally, there are books everywhere here. And that's a wonderful, books don't expire. That's one of the things that I wanted to share today. Books, the things between the pages, they don't expire. It's the one thing that really lasts. I don't get rid of books. There are stories. There's someone's imagination between the pages. And we as Black people are very imaginative. You only need to look at Facebook and go through someone's memes that someone has done up and realize just how creative and funny and imaginative we are. And so we're just giving voice to some of that imagination, be it fiction or be it nonfiction, be it something of old or something contemporary, be it in a magazine, be it in a letter, be it in a book. We are giving voice to words written by Black people every day. So today is jazz and music and dance. And so find something, read aloud, post it on your page and share it with the world. And let everyone know that we are really something we already know is that we are such a varied group of people, aren't we? And we want to remind you of what things look like for the days. And so tomorrow is day 7, and it is Young Adult Teen Day. So if you know a young adult or have a young adult in your family, invite them to read aloud tomorrow and pick up a book today, a young adult, a teen book, and read something tomorrow. Or you yourself, read something tomorrow. It is okay to read. I know it is Super Bowl tomorrow, but we'll be reading tomorrow. All right. Everyone have a wonderful Saturday. Enjoy your day. And don't forget, let's read loud. Bye-bye.